I planted some microgreens yesterday in a very small container, but let me show you what they've done. Okay, instead of using soil, I'm using a paper towel, and if you'll notice, we've got, let's see if that'll focus in, we have germination on a lot of them. Okay, not all of them, but quite a few. So that's exciting to see. I'll put the black out back on it. So that's the end of, well, what do I call it, day one? Probably day two, because I did this yesterday, kind of midday. And this is today, past midday. This is evening. And we'll continue this video and show you how it comes along. Okay, let's see what my microgreens look like today. It's the next day from the clip you just saw. I'm having trouble getting this pointed right at my, let me reposition my camera. There we go. This is what it's looking like. A little bit different from yesterday. Notice some things are sprouting. Not everything yet. And the top one has some on it too, so we'll lay it back over. But we're getting more. I'm going to have to figure out how to get the the sprouts off of this top part. But for one more day, I'm going to cover it back up, put it in its darkness, and let it grow some more. Not quite ready for the light yet, but almost there. What I am going to do, though, is turn the darkness over like that. And I don't think I need to put anything on top of it anymore. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. Wow, what a difference a day makes. At this point, I'm going to leave the darkness off. And I kind of want to move some of these down here. I don't know. I'll leave them kind of, I think I'll leave it kind of like that. I'm going to give it a good little spray with water. And we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. It should start greening up. I'm going to scoot it over here a little closer to the light. While I'm in here, I'll give you an update on the tomato. You can see the size compared to my finger there, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tomatoes right there. And then over here is another bloom getting ready to bloom. Or maybe that was the bloom that already bloomed, but it Doesn't seem to have a tomato there yet. My stuff that I planted up here, asparagus, I've got a couple of them coming up. Yeah, there we go. And one that's fairly tall. And a rhubarb. And then down here, the fig tree is deciding to shoot out some leaves. Everything else is looking pretty good. So keep watching, and we'll add on tomorrow's video to show you how it is doing tomorrow. The microgreens. Back to the microgreens. I thought twice about adding extra stuff in there, but I just couldn't help myself. So tomorrow will be day 5, I believe, with the microgreens, and we'll see how they're doing. So for you, it will be somewhere in the neighborhood of 24 hours. No, that's what it will be for me. For you, it's going to be like day 6. I didn't record anything yesterday. It was Thanksgiving, so I chose not to video. So this is day 6. Just a few more days and I'll be able to harvest this to eat. All right, I think I waited one day too long, but this looks like it's still all edible, so I'm gonna scoop it up off of here and put it in a baggie in the refrigerator, and it'll be ready to eat tomorrow because it's already past eating time for today. Okay, this is what I got to put in my bag. Not too bad looking. I would have liked them to grow a little more. So I would say this experiment was not a total failure, but it wasn't as successful as I would have hoped. I do have a little better luck when I use actual dirt. These are more like sprouts than they are microgreens, but they'll certainly do. So that will be the end of this video. May the good Lord richly bless you, and may your microgreens be yummy.